Firstly, just like to congratulate Ireland. I thought they played outstandingly well, deserved the win. They took the opportunities that they got to win a lot in the game. They took their one, and we just didn't take ours. And I thought our discipline in the first half let us down a wee bit too. But in saying that, I'm very proud of our team too. They showed a lot of courage and heart, and you couldn't knock the effort, even if the execution wasn't as good as we'd have liked. The effort was world class, and just got beaten by a better team.
Raise your hand, thanks. Yep, Ross in the middle.
Steve, did you feel it was the island pressure that could maybe composure and execution?
Oh no, I don't think so. I think it's just out and out. Some of the penalties in the first half were just dumb football at the time, and is that because we've made a mistake and then tried to fix it up? Not sure, but they're avoidable penalties, so we'll give ourselves an uppercut for that and go away and work on it. And then I guess when you start to have to chase the game and what is a really, really tight game, you start to force things a wee bit when you don't have to. And we saw Rico make a break off that line out, the special play we had there, and could have easily just finished that off. Broads made a break and threw it away, and the big fella had a charge down, and no one in front of him, and we just didn't take that one. So that's just the nature of the game of rugby sometimes, and if you don't take them, and when you're playing a very good rugby side, it comes back and bites you. So full credit to Ireland, as I said. I thought they played they took their chances on the night, and there's been nights when we've done that and the opposition haven't, and we've been in their situation. So tonight's their night.
Yep, up the back. Right, Joy.
Two things. Just wanting an injury update on Liam, and secondly, Kieran, we saw that 34 metres of issues with your shoulder. How's that?
Well, Liam's got a problem with his knee. We don't know what it is yet. We'll wait until he cools down and check it right out. But he's got a sore knee, so got twisted in the bottom of a ruck.
For myself, just a contact shoulder that you get that is pretty sore, and then it goes away. So, all good.
Yep, in the middle here on the right.
Steve, does that result today make Ireland favourites for the World Cup next year?
Well, you'll make them favourites, so if you want to make them favourites, go ahead. What it does do, I think, and I said this at the beginning of the week, you had the two best sides in the world playing each other, so as of now, they're the number one team in the world. So I guess they are favourites.
Nigel, up the back, left.
Steve, was your team guilty of chasing too much too early in that second half? Even late in the second half, did they chase a bit too much?
Look, I think it's easy to sit here and say that, but under the circumstances of the game where there's a lot of pressure coming from both teams, you've got to try and take every opportunity that comes, and as I said a minute ago, sometimes that forces you to make a poor decision. Our decision making tonight wasn't as good as it could have been, but you can't fault the effort. The effort was outstanding, and we just got beaten by a better team on the night.
Yep, in the middle right here.
Kieran, how did the intensity and physicality compare to a rugby championship or say the Lions series?
Look, I don't want to compare really, but look, it was up there. I think both teams were very physical. You saw by the defence from both sides, getting off the line and putting some shots on. And as Steve said, really it came down to only a couple of opportunities. They took their one to score, and we didn't. So it was a tight game. I think the tough thing is sometimes that second half when you can't get a flow in the game. There's a lot of stoppages in the game, which just affects the flow and it slows the game down. So it certainly wasn't as quick, but very physical.
Can you just describe the mood in camp for the past 20 minutes or so? What's been going on in the dressing room with the players and how people are feeling?
I'll ask you, how do you reckon they'll be? Doing the jig? Obviously they're disappointed. You don't win as many rugby matches as this All Black team has, and then when you get beaten it hurts. regardless of who you play and how well the opposition have played. And so, you know, the simple answer is that it's very quiet, sombre. People are gutted, and that's the way it should be. It's how you should feel when you get beaten, when you want to win. So, yeah, I think it's pretty obvious.
Yep, second row here.
Kieran, do you think you could collectively done anything better for the Stockdale try?
Yeah, look, I got put on my ass in the line out, so to be honest, can't remember too much of it. But look, it's just a great play from Ireland, I guess. One of those ones that he showed the speed and got there. So yeah.
Yep, on the left first.
For a team that's so used to winning, do you think these to be the most important experiences at next year's World Cup that you learn from Stella?
Yeah, look, they'll be very useful, no doubt about that. I mean, this team hasn't suffered much in its tenure over the last 3 years, and when it has, it's always learnt plenty. So we'll go away, and we've got a game next week, so we've got to get our feet back on the floor and back into our work and learn and from that, and the coaching staff will go away over the break and come back and hopefully learn as well.
Kieran, I know New Zealand generally, if you're in tight situations in the last 5-10 minutes of games, you always feel that you can do something to win it. Was there any point where you kind of thought, look, this is where you're slipping away for some, you can't do anything here?
Oh look, no, I think it showed right up to that final whistle. We had control of the ball. There was belief in our squad. Like, we've got belief no matter what situation we're in, and still we had that today. I think Ireland were just too good for us, and put enough pressure on us to force a mistake right at the end, and that's the way it goes sometimes. So, but yeah, look, I felt we still had some confidence within our group to try and snatch a draw, but wasn't to be.
Yep, second row here.
What does this do for Joe's reputation amongst your coaching ticket, and also what was written on the note that you gave Joe for the game?
That was €760 when we had a bet. No, not really, no. But it was €760 because I bought some tickets, and he was the only bloke I could get some tickets off. So when you buy them, you've got to pay for them. So I thought, well, we'll get it out of the way early. So no, there was no note other than that. What does it do for his ticket? Well, obviously he's a good coach, isn't he? But the one thing I know about being a head coach, when you win, you get all the credit, and when you lose, you get smacked a bit. But you don't do it unless you've got a great team around you. So whilst Joe deserves the credit, so do the other people in his coaching group. And it's like our coaching group. Certainly, I couldn't do what I do without the team I've got around me with Fozzie and Chrono and all the management. And you've got to acknowledge that. And so Andy's a very good coach in his own right. Fiki, surprisingly, another New Zealander, by the way, great scrummaging coach, and so on and so on. So they've got a good crew that are obviously working well together, and they're getting some response from their players.
Yep, I'll go ahead.
I know it's late enough now, and even it's kind of get later when you guys are finishing all this, but is there a chance, would you guys, Kieran, even as well, catch up with any of the Irish guys? Is there a chance even go in and have a beer at the end of this game and talk about the game at all?
There's a dinner afterwards, so we've got to go upstairs and have one.
Would you popped in, or were any of the lads who popped in switched over in the dressing rooms after the game?
Yeah, a few boys have come in and from them, and same from us to swap jerseys. But yeah, we've got a dinner later on, so we'll mix up then.
Take a couple more questions. One here and one at the back. Thanks.
So do you now think that Ireland are the leading contenders for the World Cup? Genuinely now, because
We've just had that question. Don't waste a good question. Ask me another one.
okay, and who else do you think are the other contenders? If you're saying Ireland favourites, who do you see as your main challengers?
Well, who do Ireland see as their main challengers? They're the favourites. So we'll be one. England will be another one. Australia will be one. Wales will be one.
South Africa
will be one. Who have I missed out? Argentina. No, I said Australia. For like everybody that goes to the World Cup, like there's a lot of water to go under the bridge before this World Cup starts. You know, this is November. A lot could happen. You know, injuries. You know, people come up with some brainwaves and sack coaches and so you get new coaches and so you. Yeah, but what we do know is Ireland are going to go there, from your point of view, you're going to go there reasonably confident. And you should, because you've got a good side. I think New Zealanders can go there feeling reasonably confident because we've got a good side. England will say the same thing. Like, so isn't it wonderful for World Rugby that no one really knows who's going to win the World Cup?
Yep, top left, last question. Thank you.
Steve, anything said at all about the non-awarded cards? Rico seemed to hit his head when he came down from the first half of the game.
Well, I'm not going to moan about the referee. It's not the right day to be doing that. Your best time to moan about the referees when you win. I thought Barnsley did a pretty good job tonight, and yeah, he made a decision and he thought he was right. If siding commissioners don't think it's right, they'll do something about it. Yeah.
That's us. Thank you, everyone. We'll be playing the mix zone after the